I'm in Ithaca for the Women's March, walking towards City Hall.
We don't have to be little people.
Think of this episode of treatment as like class movie. Yeah, because he feels like this is home. A couple of incidents his freshman year. Like J.A. and alcohol his freshman year, but he's not this time. He's now a senior.
The first step is
Love that. Yes.
Are we?
Worst case, at the pavilion.
Oh yeah, I saw it come up pretty immediately.
Oh, yeah?
It's a Facebook page went up to Washington March.
Yeah.
The sister thing popped up. Well,
And then again, I'm not online.
they have a number of ones.
Yeah. Yes, I heard of
Still on the same side.
Thank you for that. When my son was 14 or 15 years old,
Yeah.
and he asked me
come here to promote women's rights and keep women's rights where they are and not go backward. We need to go forward. And we're all here to have justice for all people. Who had to fight for justice for decades. So we have a nice crowd here, a nice group. The weather is good, the sun is out.
Did you turn around and look at the menu?
Love your sign.
Ah, thank you. It was given.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah.
Why are you here? And then this?
Yeah, this basically says how I feel. Yes,
For our granddaughters.
and we're here for our grandkids.
For our children, our grandchildren.
Absolutely. Yep, that's what it's all about.
So we can have social justice
Yeah, social justice, women's rights. Yeah,
and keep our women's rights.
exactly.
Not go backward, right?
Yeah, exactly. Stay where we're at. Just keep moving forward. We have to. Yeah.
We have to, right? And diversity is our strength, from what that sign says too.
Isn't that what America's all about? What we're based on? I just don't see it. It's crazy. I gotta get a picture of that.
So how do you feel about the Trump presidency?
Well, see, I was a Bernie supporter, so I'm just waiting and seeing. I'm going to watch and see what he does.
Right.
And that's where, if you don't do what I think you should be doing, there'll be resistance.
Yes. So how are you guys doing? What you're here and why you're here? And
Because we're so opposed to Trump and everything he's doing. And I took what President Obama said in his farewell speech to heart, and I'm running for Schuyler County Legislature.
terrific.
I'm here for women's rights, and I'm here for all human rights. Like one of the signs said, if one person's oppressed, we're all oppressed. None
Right.
of us are free. So,
Thank you. Thanks for coming and standing for justice for all. Thank
In fighting the fracking.
Oh, right,
A
yeah.
lot of people don't realize you are a one-woman army.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we have to keep exposing them and guard our water and our air and Mother Nature and show everybody how to respect the mother.
Did you see that they aimed missile launchers at the people of Dapple?
Oh, yeah, how they mistreat them.
They aimed missile launchers at them now.
Oh, just something new, right?
Yeah. They brought in anti-aircraft missile launchers, and they're pointed down at the crowd.
Unreal. And why is nobody protesting in our government and protecting them? It's amazing. Even our president, you know, the former president.
Bernie was there.
Bernie was there. He's been there, right?
Elizabeth Warren was there.
Oh, she has been
Yes.
good.
You know, a few of the progressives
Have been there.
have been there. And I believe that the reason why Obama refused clemency for Leonard
Oh, yeah, that's a shame for
is that
Peltier.
he was afraid that if Leonard was out and joined the No Dapple movement, it would gain even more momentum.
I know, that's what I thought too, yeah. It would empower the whole movement more.
Yeah,
And they didn't want to do that for some reason.
they're trying to ignore it so it'll go away.
Right, they're trying to ignore it.
these people that are hurting the Native Americans, who are they?
Well, you
And
know-
they're allowed to do this.
Right,
I
and
don't get it.
and why isn't it being stopped?
And you're not hearing about. Did you hear about Dapple? No, I know. Oh yeah.
Yeah, why
You know
isn't it
that-
being stopped? Why isn't it being stopped?
Trump is one of the investors
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. I don't know if he still is. I thought I heard maybe, but is he still?
I don't know whether he still is, but he was.
Right. So where is, you know, our government? I don't get it. Even the state government is supporting the abuse.
There's one here.
Democracy looks like. This is what 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 democracy looks like.
We have an upside down flag there, which means distress.
Hopefully, we get this one more
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
People up there, tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
They're walking, but it has to be narrowed down to 2 or 3
We refuse to rule by hate. 2, 4, 6, 8. We refuse to rule by hate.
2, 4, 6, 8. We refuse to be ruled by hate. So we're walking, but very slowly. The lines are moving very slowly. We have people with the pink hats.
Keep trying to move for a small. I don't know why they started here. Why did they not block the streets? Did they not realize there were shows in Ithaca? Come on.
We got some police here. They're just letting us go on the sidewalk.
I'm going to stand here towards the edge, that way you can see better.
Let's march!
Let's march!
Let's march! Let's march! Let's march! Let's march! Let's march!
It's like being in New York City. Yes.
Right.
Research. Yeah. They would know that this is not going to be enough.
Yeah. And if they maybe do
We have our Ithaca police keeping order here. We have to stay on the sidewalks. They didn't block off the streets.
Well, then
Then
yeah.
what? What
Yeah.
do you expect?
Yeah.
Now we can go in the street over here, looks like.
He's worked with people pretty well, so they may have, I mean, I've seen them before, just block the street when they hadn't anticipated them.
Yeah, right. They're probably used to rallies here.
Yeah, they are, and there's been a lot of work between the community and the police in the last couple of years, so that now there's training for, I don't know, diversity training, whatever it is, sensitivity to privilege.
Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Oh my God.
And why didn't I use
He's not the book guy.
No, but something like that.
We have a nice peaceful crowd here. Here.
Oh, some great ones.
Hi. Can you hold up your sign? I heard about it.
With her. I didn't see your sign. All hers.
Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Let's be divided, people.
We are Seneca Lake.
Yeah. They're stuck in this big square.
They're making everybody get onto a side right now.
America great. Love, not hate, will make 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 America great. Love, not hate. I doubt it.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
This is what a mess looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
I know.
This is what democracy looks
Oh, of
like.
course. You got you, Jim, Ben, Brian.
What democracy looks like.
It was a good decision to come back, not a good decision to go that far away.
What a beautiful world.
So I was very, very happy. Loving it. Back to the Hilton.
Yay!
Yeah.
She's been waiting so long. She's been waiting for her children to remember to return. She's been waiting. She's been waiting so long. She's been waiting for her children to remember to return. Blessed be and blessed are the children of the lady. Blessed be and blessed are mothers make grow. Blessed be and blessed are those who stand young, young. The earth is our mother. We're taking care of her. The earth is our mother. Taking care of her. Hey, younga, oh, younga, hey, young, young. Hey, younga, oh, younga, hey, young, young. Wow. She's been waiting, waiting. She's been waiting so long. Clean water, basic human right. She's been waiting for her children to remember to return. She's been waiting, waiting. She's been waiting so long. She's been waiting for her children to remember to return. Clean water, basic human right. Protect our water.
What are they finding in the water here in Ithaca?
There's, we're talking 4 trillion gallons of water just in Cayuga Lake alone, so who knows? I think our basic concern right now is protecting the earth, a basic, simple human right. Protect the earth. Open up your eyes. Protect the earth. Woo! I love you. The earth is our mother. We must take care of her.
Your organization will return.
You did get to see Obama's last station. Yep. We're at the official halfway point of the march. Thanks for being here. Thanks for marching.
Good to see people, inspiring to see people use their rights to object and not just accept what is happening if they don't agree with it. So it's a good thing to see that we're not just following everything the government wants. If we don't agree with it, follow our conscience. And we have room for dissent, peaceful dissent, and solidarity and union.
Line? No, that was the third line. What was the second line? Hey, hey.
This way.
This way. Hey, hey. This way.
It's like in our political documents that we're not satisfied. We don't have to. Well, we are going to be satisfied because
Love, not hate.
we're not going to get any
Love, not hate.
any more support.
Love, not hate.
Like,
Call me for one.
Sally. My children who I will name Jesus and Satan.
Hey,
stuff on the tag, like Photoshop.
Proclamation is accepted on behalf of women of the past who are mostly unsung, and women today striving to care for those they love, making this a more harmonious world. And for all those girls nurtured by fathers and mothers and teachers in our care for such a small time, whom we send out strong and healthy into a world that is made now more insecure. I thank the legislature for the proclamation, for making such a bold statement of respect and appreciation for its female citizens, and commemorating the centennial of women's suffrage in the state, and marking Tompkins County as a place of greater safety in an uncertain world. In 2017, in the year of the woman in Tompkins County, we know we will outlive these times. We live to see old age. We will show our scars and say, from this day to the ending of the world, we shall be remembered. We few, but we're more than a few. This is wonderful. We few, we happy few. We band of sisters, brothers, husbands, sons, and parents. We will remember that we fought for each other. We will remember this place, this march, this time, when we stood shoulder to shoulder. We gather today for those who could not come, for those who would stay home, for those too young to know, and those who are yet unborn. That we stand together on this day, for this is our St. Crispin's Day, and together we will be strong. I have two requests. There are some sheets of paper going around for signing your name, just to show that you are here today. They will go into the Tompkins County Historian's Archive. And thank you. And if you are so inclined, you might want to write an account of your day today and get it to me. You can leave them at the public library. You can leave them at the old jail. You can email me. My email is around. We need to be vigilant. We need to be united. We need to be focused. And we need to leave a record of our caring and of our lives, of our coming together in support of each other today. Thank you.
Tompkins County. Good morning, southern tier of New York State. Good morning, New York State. Good morning, America. We're waking up. We are waking up. Thank you all for coming out here today. I'm Leslie Danks Burke. It is my honor to be here with you today. Good morning. On November 9th, we woke up to a changed world. A world where it seemed that facts and truth no longer mattered. Where overt bigotry and misogyny had somehow become acceptable behavior in the people we elected to represent our nation to the world. A world where knowledge and ability are less important than celebrity and notoriety, no matter what the job at hand. I'll be honest, it was a rough morning, one that brought a lot of fear to families across our region, across America. So I am here to speak to those families, to those people who see darkness ahead and desperately need to see some light. I speak to the grandmother who is worried, even terrified for her grandchildren and the world they will inherit. I speak to all the women over 50 who now have to envision aging without the security of Medicare and possibly Social Security. I speak to young women who grew up with the protection of Roe versus Wade. And who never imagined a time when the government would take away our right to control our own bodies. Young women who are now facing a healthcare system where we can be charged high rates just because of our gender, and where basic health needs like mammograms and birth control are priced out of reach for working women. I speak to the father who is worried about his sons growing up in an America where our president does not show how to be respectful and mindful of women, and about his daughters who will have to make their way in that world. I speak to the farmers who know that failure to address climate change means a future in which our health, our economy, and our food security stand at risk because of oil company profits. I speak to the families who have children with particular needs, who worry that the Department of Education will no longer see the educational needs of their children as a moral and civil right. I speak to every same-sex couple who may now see their right to marry the person of their choice may be eliminated by an extremist Supreme Court. 2 daughters. I'm a child of farmers. I'm an engaged citizen of this region. Like you, I have lived these fears over and over as I saw unqualified and extreme nominees paraded in front of us like some bizarro reality world TV show. And honestly, for a little while, I didn't know what to do. But I found strength from those who have fought great evil before us, and inspiration in the thoughts and words that sustained 2 great leaders who happened to be married to each other in their darker hours. Franklin Roosevelt told us, "We have nothing to fear but fear itself." Forces that grow in the darkness of our inertia. And Eleanor, great Eleanor, Eleanor wisely told us that it is better to light a candle than curse the darkness. The fact that you are here today means that you have already lit the candle that can defeat the darkness. And so I'm asking you to keep that candle lit. Please join me in casting aside the fears that our opponents would like to use to keep us from rising back up. We must act in the light of our candle. With the light of your candle, reach out to neighbors across the Southern Tier who are ready to join with you but feel isolated and alone. By the light of your candle, write letters to the editor. Write to your elected officials. Join rallies for the issues that matter. By the light of your candle, register to vote. And vote in every single election. Starting with the village elections that will happen across this region in March. Continuing with the school board elections that will happen in May. Continuing with the local elections for county legislature, mayor, village trustees, city councils all across this region in November. Spread lightness to every corner of our town, our region, and our nation to protect the values that we hold dear. Let's act, let's step forward, let's get to work. Let's get
to see so many people here and support through the doors for life-saving care like cancer screenings, birth control, and STI tests. Here in our region, we see over 10,000 patients every year, and we reach even more through our sex ed efforts in schools, churches, and community organizations. Politicians in DC are trying to block people from accessing essential health care, and threats to defund Planned Parenthood are an attack on the most vulnerable people in our community. People of color, LGBTQ people, people with low incomes, and those that live in rural areas. For many people, we are their only source of health care, and many places, there isn't the bandwidth in the medical community to take those patients on. These threats are not new, not by a long shot, but under the new administration with majorities in the House and the Senate, these threats have the best chance they've had in years of becoming a dismal reality. In the hours and days following the election, women are calling Planned Parenthood health centers to urgently make birth control appointments because they're concerned about losing their health care. Nationwide, we saw a 900% increase in IUD appointments in the days immediately after the election. So at Planned Parenthood, we stand to lose a lot, but it's our patients who could lose even more. And we're going to fight like hell for them. We're going to fight for our rights and the values that we hold dear, and we know that this is going to be a marathon and not a sprint. So we need you to stand up and advocate and give as generously as you can in the weeks, months, and years to come. And please know how grateful we are for your spirit and your support. Thank you.
Check 1, 2. Christy, we have a duo and also a band called Burns and Christy, and this is Rich DiPaolo. I'm just gonna tweak the sound a little. This song is dedicated to all the women who marched before us and all the men who supported them. And to all the grandmothers and all our ancestors, the water protectors and the earth protectors, because we have to save our planet. So this is a prayer for our planet. Sometimes I try to visualize what this world will look like 100 years from now. I wonder if humanity can weather this insanity. I pray we'll find a way, but I don't know how. We're sons and daughters of earth and water. Teach us how to honor you and love each other. Mother, can you hear me? Mother, can you hear me? The children of our children, oh, they need us to be willing to take a moment and think of them. It's our responsibility to walk this world more mindfully. I pray we'll find a way to rise up somehow. Come on, y'all, rise up! Ooh, rise up somehow. Mother, can you hear me? Mother, can you hear me? Send your wisdom down that we may see more clearly. We're sons and daughters of earth and water. Teach us how to honor you and love each other. Mother, can you hear me? Mother, can you hear me? Oh, mother, can you hear me? Mother, can you hear me? Send your wisdom down that we may see more clearly. We're sons and daughters of earth and water. Teach us how to honor you and love each other. Mother, can you hear me? Mother, can you hear me? Oh, oh, mother, can you hear me? Mother, can you hear me? Oh, oh, yeah. Mother, can you hear me? Mother, can you hear me? Mother, can you hear me? Let us walk this world in peace and change it one by one. Ithaca! Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to be with you. I'm Michelle Courtney-Berry, and I didn't get myself elected. You elected me to represent the 2nd Ward. You elected me to represent President Barack Obama in our congressional district as a delegate at the Democratic National Convention. And I want to thank you. Before I go further, I want to acknowledge and recognize that we stand on Cayuga Nation territory, that indigenous people were on the backs of their work, their labor, their death, their blood. I want to recognize my sister Audrey Cooper tremendously, who's right here with us. And I want to thank all of you, our city, our county, all of you together, recognizing that no matter what, we're in this together. We have to be stronger together. African, Irish, Cherokee, that's the blood of me. I am the daughter of immigrants. I am the daughter of sharecroppers. I am the granddaughter of the grandfather who was killed by the Klan. I speak to you today and say thank you. I'm thankful we have a young mayor of color. I want to be thankful to our mayor. As Maya Angelou said so profoundly, you may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise. And will rise. I'm thankful to the unmentionable person who I won't mention, because where would we see intersectionality than from this election? No more separation. Now we don't deny that there's homophobia or sexism or racism or gender discrimination. We understand now that we're in this together, and we're not going to stop resisting. Things have a way of coming full circle to force us to listen to the body, mind, and spirit. In the words of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we may have all come in different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. Look around you. We can't fit here. Imagine what's going on in Washington and around the world. We're not going to take it. No, we're not. And I was afraid because for the first time I walked down the street in Ithaca, somebody had a sign up and it said, "Go back to Africa, Niger," and I had to laugh. It's hashtag Make America Spell Again, because if you're gonna call me the N-word, at least put 2 G's in it, that's all I'm saying. Our children deserve more, we deserve more, you deserve more. This is ridiculous. We are going to stand up. I was asleep, I thought we had gay rights, we had gay marriage. As a queer woman married to a white man with a bisexual kid, I'm Ithaca. What could happen to us? This happened to us. They're trying to make us afraid, and you know what? I am afraid, and that's okay to say, because it's not about being fearless. It's about recognizing the fear and still marching on. So today, we march on. We rise. This is a day in history. The snapshot of all of you is all around our world forever. This is a message on our lips forever of gender identified, non-gender identified, by gay, straight, queer, bisexual, by all of the isms, by all the things they taught us that we could not speak up for. And let me say, I need to be mindful. I'm raking myself every moment because I don't look good in orange, so I can't go to prison. This is our great democracy. How about the lyrics of My Shot from Hamilton? When are these colonies gonna rise up? Fear should not cause us to not revolt. When are these colonies gonna rise up? Gonna rise up. So many of our ancestors have died one at a time. Nation's legacy, oh, it's so many voices been stilled. Our pens should not be put down. Our voices should not be silenced. We should not stand alone. We should hold this beautiful day in memory. When is it sunny in Ithaca like this? It's a sign. I mean for you to listen to the signs of our ancestors telling us to rise. When are we going to rise up? When are these colonies going to rise up? Right now. This rocky boat will be rowed to shore because we're in this boat together. The message is clear. Nobody's coming to rescue us but us, America, so we shall rise. I will not get down on bended knee. I will not go back, nor should you. On these trees in America, we've seen them bear strange fruit. We've seen the twisted mouths. We've seen the woman's body meaning nothing. I mean, I swear to God, if one man had cramps, fibroid, and labor, we would not have any problems. And the men who are here today, we love you. Please keep talking about fibroids and cramps and hemorrhoids when you go to your job tomorrow. You keep doing that, because a woman's body has never been our body, has it? Our labor has never ended. No one seems to care about our story, and Washington wants us to believe that nobody cares. But we care, we're here, and we'll be there. Now, what will be safe is what we make safe. What we will say is what comes God's truth, so be careful the words you speak because they will come true. I laughed hysterically about the thought of who could possibly be president. Well, I'm not laughing now. How will we get together in all of this? How will we feed our babies more than crusts of bread? How will our rights be our rights, our bodies be our bodies, our marriages be safe? We will take it from the classrooms to the boardrooms to the living rooms. We will take it to every legislator. Call your elected officials every single moment. Don't stop. I am thinking that we need to fuel this energy with 1,000 voices, 1,000 songs like the rising sea. I am remembering my ancestors telling me that this too shall pass, but we cannot stop. We must stay vigilant. We must stay all united. We must grab our pussy hats and say, oh, yes, we can. So we will not turn the clock back. We will not go back. You have to ask yourself, how many times will we have to do this? 1,000,000 times more, because we will not ignore the beauty of our children. They need us. They are counting on us. They need to see a better example. And by God, my 90-year-old aunt who was a sharecropper sure as hell needs to see a woman president. Should have happened in America. Should happen in America. It should have happened in America. It can happen in America, but we're going to rise up. Somebody told me the other day, one person can't make a big difference. Don't get all excited. One person can't make a big difference. Harriet Tubman, Dr. Martin Luther King, Sojourner Truth, tell me that's not making a difference. So I implore you and I beseech you to know that you and you and you and you are your own truth. Let no one speak for you but you. The power of your resistance is strong. Never resist. That's how America was built, and that's sure as hell how we're going to get through this long ending song. We're going to make it our song. We're going to make it our nation. It is today. It starts today. And no, our rights are ours. They shall not be taken away. Thank you. I've been invited to read a poem to you as the current Poet Laureate of Tompkins County. First, I'd like to share a quote by a woman who is known as the warrior poet, the lesbian activist Elsa Gidlow. She said, "We must envision the world we want, make it so real in our hearts that it already exists." People all over the country, all over the world, are doing that today, right now, envisioning the world we want. A world where we stand with our sisters and brothers with respect and compassion, with fire in our hearts and in our bellies. This is real. When I came into the women's movement, the feminist movement, in the early 1970s, books were a lifeline for us. Words we read on the page provided context. They shaped us. Over the years, poets like Adrienne Rich, Audre Lorde, Marge Piercy, Alice Walker, Maya Angelou, Judy Grahn, Pat Parker, Sonia Sanchez, and so many others offered a new vocabulary, a way of thinking about ourselves in the world. And there was the book, Our Bodies, Ourselves. Life-affirming, life-changing. When women talk about our bodies, when we claim the right to own our bodies, that is radical.
A while ago, I wrote a poem. It's really just a long list, a collection of associations that popped up at a particular time. If I wrote it today, it would have different words. If you wrote a poem like this, you would choose different words. But it is a good thing, I think, to consider not only what our bodies are, but also what they are not. So this is my poem, and it's called My Body, Myself. My body is not a tree, an old sock, an accordion. It is not a railroad track, a second-hand car, or a shiny new penny. My body is not burned toast, a splinter, a false alarm. It is not a loose button, a loose tooth, or a loose cannon. It is not a seesaw, a tornado, a thimble. My body is not a lie. My body is not a Barbie doll or a heavy metal band. It is not a Girl Scout troop, a pocket knife, a silk kimono. My body is not X-rated. It is not a puppet, a ripe melon, a map, or a metaphor. It does not skydive, play hide and seek, or jump rope.
That's right.
My body is not pink, petite, polite, or punctual. It is not on call, checked out, overdue, assigned, resigned, or redesigned. My body is not abandoned or under construction. My body is not grammatical. It is not well punctuated. My body is not poetic. My body is not over.
Not sure what I would say. I talked to my coworkers, to my kids, and then I scrolled through Facebook and there was an amazing video that really touched my heart. It was a video posted by the Women's March on Washington, and it just had a number of diverse people talking about why they were marching. And as I watched, I could understand and I could hear all of their reasons, but there was one that spoke louder than the other. It was an African-American older gentleman who said, "I march because I can't breathe." And I felt it. I had read those words, I had seen the video, but I felt it. I can't breathe. So why do we march? Why did I choose to march? I marched for the young man who sat in the basement of the Syracuse Mosque after September 11th. And spoke to a reporter and said, "I'm as American as apple pie and the 4th of July." I never saw this young man's face, but I can still hear his voice. I marched for the naive young woman I was who went out on September 12th with my headscarf because I believed no American would question my loyalty. I marched because for the next 5 years, while I had a landline, there was a distinct click on my call during my calls. And when my friends would ask, "Are you still there?" I'd say, "Yeah." They just got bored of our conversation. This is before fake news and Twitter and WikiLeaks. This was my gut feeling. And that gut feeling has been proven right. Here is the reality. I marched because I believe we need to end racism, homophobia, xenophobia, Islamophobia, misogyny. I march because Black Lives Matter. I march because I have the right to choose what I put on or what I do with my body. So let me ask you, are we all gonna go home today and pat ourselves on the back? Job well done, I was there. Are we gonna post our Facebook pictures and be content with what we've done today? No. This is where we start. This is step one. Roll up your sleeves. Find your local organizations. We have so many passionate people in our community. We have so many people with such amazing talents. So here's what we're gonna do, folks. We're gonna start with step one. Look at the people around you. How many of you have actually introduced yourself to that man, that woman, that child you are walking with? That's where we need to start. Look at each other's faces. We need to have each other's backs, even if we don't agree on everything. Yesterday, after the inauguration, a Muslim family in Cincinnati had a note taped to their door. This is what I want you guys to do. Dear neighbors, today begins a new stage for our country. No matter what happens, please know there are still a lot of people who will fight for your right to practice your religion. To continue to live your lives without discrimination, you are welcome in our neighborhood. And if you need anything, please knock on our door. That's what we need to do. Whether your neighbor is a documented immigrant or not, whether your neighbor is a Muslim or not, whatever this marginalized group that is in your community, let them know you are there. I can promise you, those words are not empty words. My parents, after September 11, had friends stop by with baked goods and kind words, and that set their hearts at ease. Here's the next thing we're gonna do. We're gonna put our money where our mouth is. If federal funding will be cut off, we will make donations. We will fight for our rights. Do you all know how come election time, we're suddenly every politician's best friends? Yeah. They call you, they email you, they send you mail. Come on, guys, let's return the favor. Let's let them know. Let's call and email and send letters. Let them know that come November 2018, if they are not representing us, we are not voting for them. Now I have to be honest, I've strayed from my talk here, but I have to end with this. We celebrated the birthday of one of America's greatest leaders on Monday. And when he marched on Washington, he didn't expect change that day, that week, that month. He knew we had to keep going. And so we will continue to march and speak out. But I can't say it any better than Dr. King. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Let's not be silent. Let's keep talking.